Hello everybody, you're very welcome to our Chamber member interview. People First Credit Union Portlaoise is one of our most recent members, so you're very welcome. Today we have Carolyn Murphy. She's the Marketing and Business Head of Marketing and Business Development in the local branch here in Portlaoise. So you're very welcome, Carol. Thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us. So Carol, would you like to give us a background and tell us a little bit about People First Credit Union?
Yes, and thanks a million for having us on today, Bernie. There's been a lot going on, and compliments actually to the Laois Chamber and yourself, Bernie. I know you were even on holidays and you were appearing on television and whatnot, so you've been doing a fantastic job all the way through COVID, so thank you again for having us on today. So just a bit about ourselves really. I suppose a lot of people will know us and still call us Portlaoise Credit Union, which we are no longer. We're now People First Credit Union, but we were founded back in the day by Father William O'Mahony in 1969 and by 12 others. So we started off on a shop on Main Street and moved then to Odlum's Mills. We were then located, which is now a place called All Books. We were there at one stage, and now our home and head office is in James Fintan Lawler Avenue in Portlaoise. So I suppose we were formed out of the merger of Laois Credit Union and Portlaoise Credit Union when they came together in 2015. We then merged with Laois Credit Union in 2017, and this was all kind of really to make us a bigger, stronger credit union, for us to be able to offer more services to our members. So now I suppose we have branches we're the head office in Portlaoise. We have an office in Laois, in Athy and in Stradbally, as well as our sub office that's open on a Saturday. And we operate with approximately 44 staff, and we've over actually 39,000 members. So we're a big credit union. And we're run, I suppose, very differently from other financial institutions. We're run by the community. Our community all have a vote at our AGM every single year in December. And we're, I suppose, governed by the board of directors. They are responsible for the general control, direction, and the management effectively of the credit union. For the day-to-day running, we have our CEO, Sean Dunn, and the management team, which I'm a part of myself. And I suppose our credit union, our revenue stream is our loans. That's our number one, and that's where we kind of promote all the time. We don't have charges or anything like that, different from what the banks have. So because I suppose the more members we have in and the more that people borrow, the stronger our credit union becomes, and I suppose the more we can give back to our community. And even during COVID, because we're a community-driven organisation, this has kind of helped us to look after the community more, I suppose, and to be able to give back to the community more. And that's how we were able to manage really our cash flow better through all of the COVID-19 situation.
So I'm assuming during COVID you were able to work remotely, or did you have to keep the branch open here?
We did. We were really lucky to be able to we kept all of our branches open, which I know a lot of businesses weren't in that position to do, I suppose, over COVID. We were really lucky to be able to do that. Our number one priority during COVID, I suppose, was to cut costs where we could, costs that we could cut, but we kept every single staff member on the books during COVID, so nobody was let go. Even when we did reduce hours and put people on temporary, I suppose shorter hours, I should say, they still got their full pay. It was just for us to help each other out. And we were really lucky, I suppose, that what helped us through COVID, the number one thing was we opened up a member service centre at the start of January this year. And essentially that's a call centre, Bernie. It was some of our really experienced staff that we took off the counter, and they know so much about the credit union and about our members. And what it allowed members to do was to call in over the phone and to pay their loans over the phone. They could pay money into their account over the phone. We also have an online service, so if people wanted to set up a PIN number, they could call up our member service centre. And these are things that while we were in lockdown, people weren't obviously encouraged to be out and about, and we were encouraging people not to come into our offices as well, you know, to kind of stay at home and do whatever they could online or do it over the phone. So like our member service centre was definitely our number one offering, and online has been our biggest asset really throughout the whole of COVID-19. That it meant when, I suppose, footfall was down in the offices, we could still keep our staff working and still keep our staff busy, that they were redeployed out to other areas to help with the likes of the member service centre, whose calls, like, really, they were always really busy, but their calls honestly tripled, Bernie, throughout COVID-19. Everybody was on the phone. and people that knew nothing about online, you know, quickly discovered how to do it and found how easy it was to, you know, to never have to leave their home, because a lot of people are creatures of habit as well, and they'll just do things because they're used to coming into the office. And we still want people to come in. That's where we are. People like the credit union to come in to be able to have a chat to somebody and to have that friendly face. But now I suppose you just have the friendly voice at the other end of the phone to help people out instead.
Yeah.
The other thing that we did, I suppose, to help us out through COVID was we introduced online loans back in 2019. And lending, our lending team are fantastic. We have Jane, which is our head of lending. She just started with us last year, and she's a fantastic team. And they set up online loans last year. So again, lending was the first thing that closed down, and memberships closed down when COVID hit. So you weren't able to come in to speak to somebody face to face for a loan, because it takes, you know, it can take 20 minutes sitting across the table from somebody in close contact. So we had online membership actually ready to go and set up, which was brilliant for us. People could upload their documents. We have DocuSigns they can sign online for it. So that really kept our revenue stream coming in and our cash flow moving. That for a lot of credit unions and for a lot of businesses, I suppose, that side of things was closed down. So they didn't have that revenue stream coming in. And we were still able to help out. You know, people needed that money as well, Bernie. People needed money for different things, you know, as you're coming back to school and just to get them through that period.
Normal things, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
It sounds like you were well positioned with your online offering, and traditionally the credit union mightn't have been seen as a company that offered that service, but it gives you now a wider audience, I'd say, probably a younger kind of target market for yourselves if you are offering all these online services.
Definitely, even like that when we're talking about students and students going back to school and things like that, you know, it's brilliant for them to be able, like the mammies can put money into their account and they can access it from college, and they can ring them again on the Friday, I need more money, put more money into my account, and they can transfer it from their credit union into their bank account. So it's like everything has moved. Everything has moved online, I think, nowadays as well. And we were just lucky that from our merger and from becoming a smaller credit union to a bigger credit union, that we can offer those services to our members. So it's just about opening up more services, making things more available to our member as well. But we weren't, I suppose, we haven't just been focused on the money coming in during COVID-19. We were also focused on what we could do for the members, to give back to the members, because we're a community credit union. And even throughout COVID, I had to, in the middle of the year, which has never been heard of, I had to do a whole new marketing plan, you know, kind of from June until the end of the year. And that was kind of to launch new supports for businesses, to launch new supports for the community. And that's where our Community Connect Fund, Bernie, if you've heard of that, we started a project and we gave away 20,000 euros back into the community during COVID. So that was one of the things that we did to help out the community.
So we were speaking earlier, and you have some great new offerings coming to your customers, and probably bits and pieces that people aren't aware of. So do you want to tell us a bit more about those?
Yeah. So one of the things that we did for our members was the Community Connect Fund, which was a fund that was aimed at, I suppose, non-profit organisations that were directly impacted by COVID-19. So we launched a fund which was 20,000 euros, which we were given back out to the community to support those, I suppose, that were most at risk because of the coronavirus, like people that needed food, education, you know, mental health needs, domestic violence and abuse, you know, those kind of, it covered really a really wide aspect of things. So that proved really, really popular. And tonight we're giving away the last section of that money, of that 20,000 euro. We have a meeting tonight with our committee to do that. We sent out a newsletter to all of our members online, and we did a door-to-door drop as well, just kind of providing different supports for our members as well, and to let them know what we were doing. And we did a competition for our members for the Gleneagle Hotel, actually, just to give back something to the members. But in return, we did a survey for the members. We asked them to fill in a survey for the competition, and we got some really good feedback from the members about. We asked them questions about what, you know, were we doing the right things to help them out during COVID? Was online the right direction for them? And we honestly got really good feedback just from giving them a simple prize like a 2-night stay. And I think you need to incentivize some of those things as well to get the good feedback. but that worked really well for us. We also wanted to support local businesses when they reopened the first time. Unfortunately, it's happened twice, but we worked with Weimar Digital. I seen Alistair was on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So he recorded 2 videos with us, one with Fit Leash, the gym, and the other with Kelly Lou Cakes. So we did like a fitness video for our members, and Kelly Lou did a baking demonstration.
Yeah.
And we kind of put them up online just to give members something to do at home when they were watching in from home.
Yeah.
And that was us again, just giving back, doing something for our local businesses as well. And we have our student newsletter is coming out next week and being delivered door to door. And again, we offered local businesses free space. I had a page in that, and I offered local businesses an ad basically of something that they wanted to offer back to students, and we would pay for obviously the delivery and the design of their ad. And it's just us to do something for a local business to help them out where they could. And businesses really appreciate, just a simple gesture like that, Bernie, was just really appreciated by local businesses.
You mentioned earlier as well about business loans, which I'm sure members would love to hear about.
Yeah, so there's a product or a service, I should say, that's available to a lot of businesses in Portlaoise and the Athy area as well, called Flexify. So we have launched something this year. It's a different payment option for businesses and their customers. So the minute Flexify incurs a big annual rate or a fee for the businesses, and what we're doing, I suppose, is offering when the person or when the customer comes into their shop to buy something, and it's usually kind of a big ticket item or like a piece of jewellery or a bike, we offer the business a loan basically that you, Bernie, can come into the credit union, you can take the loan out, and it's a low interest rate, different than what you'd be paying back to Flexify or what the business would be paying back to Flexify. And you just repay us in a weekly or a monthly repayment, and we transfer that money directly to the business. So you don't really need to get involved at all. We just transfer it directly to the business, and you just pay us. We can take it from your bank account or whatever way you want to set it up every week. But again, it's just something to help with the cost for businesses. We supply all the marketing support, so any of the marketing materials we supply free of charge as well. So again, it's just something to help out local businesses, to give them something for an extra support to get them through these tough times as well.
That sounds like an invaluable service, and hopefully you know, some of our members will kind of take you up on that offer. Yeah. So you also, for next year, you plan to roll out this year, but next year you're introducing a debit card. Yeah,
please God. The big plan for this year, and it's something that members have really been looking forward to and waiting for, is we're launching our member personal current account service. So we do hope that members will row in behind us and support the credit union, because it is something that there was a lot of talk about. Some other credit unions launched it last year, and there was a lot of talk about it. Because of COVID, I suppose it put a pause on our plans, and a lot of stuff happened. So hopefully early next year is when we hope to roll it out. And it will be, yeah, a full current account service, and we will have a debit card with it as well. And it is very cool, it's very different. And like anything with the credit union, there will be a fee involved, but it won't be anything like what I suppose people are paying at the moment with other financial institutions. So it's something that we're really looking forward to doing, and we're hoping, yeah, that to get people to switch over from their bank, I suppose, to take their business to the credit union instead. And like what I suppose we've talked about, Bernie, we have all these services available now, and you can do everything from the credit union. You can do everything from the app on your phone. You can do everything if you want to call up somebody to speak to somebody in the credit union. Yeah, everything has changed and everything has evolved, I suppose, as from what people may have known it back in the times of Portlaoise Credit Union. Yeah, it's great to get that message out. And I've learned stuff about the credit union today that I didn't realise, to be honest. So it's learning experience. Yeah, absolutely. And I know you're keen to engage with the business community as well in the county. Yes, we launched as well this year, Bernie, and we didn't delve too much into it, but we are definitely trying to show our support to local kind of SME, to any businesses, and for agri loans as well, we're available for as well. So we launched when businesses opened back up, we launched a big billboard campaign across Portlaoise and Athy. Abbeyleix didn't have a billboard, but it was just a reconnect and getting you back to business. So it's just to show our local businesses that we are here to support them. We have business loans available. They're up on our website. our lending manager, Jane, is available to talk to anybody anytime. And even with those kind of loans we have, agri loan is still a business loan as well. And we are lending at the moment for a variety of farming and purposes, I suppose, such as stock, machinery, and cash flow, a big one. Loans of up to 50,000 from 6.75 APR, which is really good rate. But for businesses in particular, yeah, it's just about showing that we are here. People are going to need our support when, please God, this all ends, and hopefully it will all end soon. But we have, even for some people, I suppose, during these times, we've been here for businesses, and we have been here for members' personal accounts as well, to temporarily reschedule their loans and things like that. That, you know, it's not just a case of you'll phone us up and we're not here to support you. We're here to row in behind you and to help anybody out, I suppose, as best we can. And I suppose I just say to anyone that, like, is thinking about it, and people will hold on, Bernie, and paying back their loans. They'll try and do it for as long as they can. And I think it's gone on so long now, Bernie, and it's been unfortunate for so many personal people and for business accounts as well, that they're getting to the stage now where it's kind of at that nearly breaking stage for some people. But like, definitely pick up the phone and call our member service centre. They'll put you in touch with Jane, our head of lending. And even if it's just for advice, like, we have financial advisors there just to give you advice on it. It doesn't have to be anything, it doesn't cost you anything to pick up the phone, but it's just sometimes somebody to talk to and somebody to offer you that financial advice that you might need. So definitely business loans is what we're here for, to support people at the minute.
Yeah, I think you've really opened my eyes anyway to what the credit union can offer, both to personal and to business customers. And I really encourage our members to engage with the credit union, particularly if if you don't have other options, or you're worried about your business, or you're at that tipping point for advice. Absolutely. And it's really been an education piece. Carol, thanks very much for that. And looking forward to engaging with you in the future over the next years. And hopefully we'll get to meet soon at a networking event at some stage, not sure when. Yeah, hopefully we'll be running hybrid events for Q4, because that's what people are looking for. So we need to continue to live with this virus and do what we have to do, really.
It's the new norm, definitely. Yeah, it's learning to live with it now, really, isn't it?
Exactly. And there's many ways that we can continue to engage and do business with each other. You know, we've had enough of the lockdown and enough of what's in the past. We now need to just move on.
To move forward.
Exactly. Okay, listen, thanks very much, Carol, and we'll chat to you soon. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for that, Bernie. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Sorry.